Poctober still is online drawing challenge on Instagram, and Reagan Buchanan, she started it because she was sick of Inktober and the prompts that they have, and she's very much a punk rock, person or whatever, and she just wanted to see some of that type of thing, use those as prompts
Yeah.
for her own thing. And she's a big history buff, I believe. That's how I see her.
Yeah.
And I was in art school at the time. It was just weird. I don't know what you call that, serendipity or whatever. But like, I had a project that was supposed to be a new drawing every day of the month. And Reagan was friends with my brother, and my brother was saying like, "Yeah, I can't quite remember how it happened, but this is how I remember it." But like, yeah, Reagan's doing a thing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to do that because that falls right in line with this project I got into."
Right.
And when I learned that it was about like the focus was on black punk rockers
Yeah.
and people of color, people who have been doing that genre of music for years,
Yeah.
and it was really good, like I really dug it because I'm into punk too. And I think the first time she might have already had a list. I don't know, I can't remember. But every time after that, she's like, "You want to do it again?" I'm like, "Yeah, bet."
Yeah.
And interest started growing on the Instagram, and other people would draw the prompts.
Yeah.
And that was dope. You know what I mean? Like, oh, y'all like to do this too? Yeah, so then the following years we would like talk about who we want to see in it. And Reagan's always got a whole bunch of bands that she's ready to use and talk about. I do too. I did too. We just kind of like met in the middle and come up with a new list,
Yeah.
give it some flair, promote it a little bit, get heads ready. Like, yeah, it's coming up again. And, we would showcase other people's drawings. And, I remember my sister who's just like, she's creative in like ideas. Why don't you come out with a book? I'm like, I guess, I don't know. And I mentioned it to Reagan. And next thing you know, we did a book.